Hello everybody! In this video, I'm going to show you guys what to do if you only know how to play in C and you want to go find some chord charts and put them in the key of C so that you can play them. And I'm also going to show you at the end what to do on your keyboard or piano if you want to play in C, but you're a singer or you want to sing in a different key. Okay, so we're going to be talking about transposing, which means taking a song and putting it in different keys. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pretend like we are trying to find a chord chart. So we have a request from Charmaine Clark. She had asked if we could do Worthy is the Lamb. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type the name of my song in Google and I'm going to put the word chords after it. Okay, and this is what we get. So there's a lot of different options here. They all have the same thing, Worthy is the Lamb chords. But what I want you to look for is a website called Ultimate Guitar. So it says tabs.ultimate/guitar.com. And it might not be at the top, but for most of the songs you're going to be looking for, you'll be able to find it on this website. And if you don't find it on this website, for now, I would say pick another song and try again. This is the simplest way if you don't already know how to do transposing. So I'm going to click on the first link, Worthy is the Lamb chords, and I'm going to go down. And I'm gonna, first of all, make sure it's the right song because a lot of songs have the same title. And I believe this is the one that Charmaine sent me. Okay, everything looks good. Worthy is the Lamb, seated on the throne. Okay. Now the next thing we need to do is figure out what key it's in. So if we look here, it starts with an E. Okay, so that's a really good clue that maybe it's in the key of E. We can look up here, it says E minor. So maybe. So if we look down, another trick we can do is look at the ends of our section. So here it says B is at the end, B is at the end. Okay, so it's definitely not in C. It might be in E, it might be in a B. If we look at our intro, it says C sharp minor. Maybe it's in a minor. So what we can do, if we're not exactly sure, this one's not super obvious what key it's in if you're a beginner. But if you look down at the bottom, it has a button that says transpose, and you can use this even if you're not paid on their account. This is a free service. And what you can do is you can press up or down until it seems like the chords are the chords that would be in the key of C. So remember, we have C, D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor, and B diminished that we don't really use. So if we see most of the chords are falling in those chords that we learned, then we know we've probably got it in the key of C. So let's do that. I'm gonna go up. Okay, A sharp, C, D. So some of them we recognize, but we've got that A sharp. Okay, so let's keep going. Okay, we know some of those chords, but again, most of them are not in the key of C. Okay, here's one. Let's see. Thank you for the cross is G, C. We've got a D. That sometimes happens. Okay, this could be in the key of C. So let's look at the beginning of our song. It has G at the beginning and D at the end. So that's probably not the key of C. So let's keep going. G sharp, definitely not. A, no, there's too many chords that aren't recognizing in the key of C. Okay, lots of sharps there, probably not. Okay, B, lots of F sharps. Okay, sharps again. Okay, now this one has a lot that we recognize. Let's look again. We've got C, F, G, A minor, D minor. Okay, those are all ones in the key of C. So let's just check what is our beginning and our ending. It's going to start with C and end on G. So that tells us this is probably now in the key of C. And I don't think it tells you up here. No, it doesn't change. Okay, so we're happy with this. You might, excuse me, you might want to play a little bit. Okay, oh yeah, no, that sounds right. I can play that. So now what you want to do is you're going to copy it. So if you try, you could either print it straight from here, but you're going to get all the ads and stuff on the side. So what I like to do is I'll just copy it. Start from the bottom. So I have all of the important stuff. I'm gonna copy it over and it's gonna give you this. So it's asking you basically if you want to get the PDF, which means you have to sign up for their website. I just copy the plain text like this. And then I'm gonna open a notepad. So what this notepad is gonna do is gonna get rid of all the formatting. So we don't have all, on their website, it has, makes kind of things into pictures or moves things in different places. So I put it in a notepad first, so it's just the letters. Okay, then I'm gonna copy it again. I know this seems like a lot of steps, but it makes it really easy when you want to edit it, if you want to print it and make it nice. Then I'm gonna put it, I have Word, but you could use any Word document, and I just copy it into Word. Okay, so now it's got no strange formatting. I can delete, I can put it back, I can make things bold if I want to, right? And then you can just make it pretty as you want. You can add your title and things like that, okay? So this would be our chord chart for that song. We could print that out. Okay, so that would be one example. And then I wanna show you again, so not all of them show up at the top, but I do wanna just show you some examples. So let's go back to Google. And this time we had a request from Sharon Miller. She asked for the one, Jesus Hold My Hand. So let's see if we can find that one. So we're gonna put the name of the song and then the word chords at the end. And again, this one shows up right at the top. Sometimes they show up down here a little bit, but this one's right at the top. Ultimate Guitar, tabs on Ultimate Guitar. Click on the link, okay? And this one is in the key of D, but if you didn't know that, you would just look. Okay, we have D, G, A, those aren't the ones in C. So I'm gonna go down this time. Okay, sharps everywhere, that's definitely not C. And then C. Okay, so you would just keep clicking one of those until you find it. So it starts with C, ends on G. We have C, F, G. It's definitely, our chords, and it starts with a C. Okay, so that's another thing to watch out for. What does it start with and what does it end with? Okay, so let's get this for Sharon. So we'll start at the bottom, we'll copy it all over. There we go. I'm gonna copy as plain text. Come back to my notepad. Okay, I'll get a fresh one. And there, we've got it just with the letters. It's nice and tidy. Copy it again. I'll bring over my Word document, make a fresh one, and I'll copy it over. And there we go. So now we've got, again, you can edit this however you like and make it pretty, but it's got all of the pieces that you need for a chord chart. All right, so hopefully that helps. So this isn't a foolproof way, okay? Obviously, if we go in and we search for a song that doesn't have the Ultimate Guitar tab, we're kind of out of luck. But there is other ways you can transpose, and we'll get into that as we learn about keys and different keys and how to switch keys. I'll show you guys how to do that the manual way. But this is just a really simple way. I would say 75–80% of the songs that I've ever looked up are on this website, and I'm able to use that transpose button to get it in whatever key I want. Okay, so it's just a really easy trick. So now I'm gonna move over to the piano, and I'm gonna show you if you have your chord chart in C, but you can't sing it in C, or if it's too low or too high, or if the person that is singing at church and they say, "Can you play it in the key of A?" We're just gonna go over to the piano. I'm gonna show you what does that mean and how you could do that on your piano with the transpose buttons. Okay, so we've got our chord chart in C, but let's say I can't sing in C. So for example, let's say we're doing Amazing Grace. Amazing Grace. Okay, now I can, but let's pretend that one doesn't work. So what we can do is we can transpose. So you're gonna look in your keyboard's manual for the directions of how to transpose. So each keyboard is completely different. Some of them have little spinny wheels. Some of them have up and down buttons at the top here. Mine has like press 2 keys and then press a note to change the key. So what you're going to do is look in your manual and look for the word transpose, and it'll tell you how to do it. Now, I want to show you guys kind of the idea of transposing, because I know for some of you, and when I say change key, that you don't even really know what that means. So if we go on C, all of our notes are in C. So right, like the sing grace. But if I played it up here, like let's say instead of my first note being a C, I'm doing D flat, then my voice is gonna go up a little bit too. Amazing grace, like that. Okay, I could go up again to the next one. So my first note is D now. Amazing grace. You can see my voice. Every time I go up on the piano, my voice goes up a little bit. So we have 12 keys that we can choose from. C, D flat, D, E flat, E, F, G flat, G, A flat, A, B flat, B, and C. Okay? So whenever we're choosing a key, somebody might tell you the key, for example. So let's say you go and you're trying to play for someone and they say, can you please play this in the key of A? So that means your home note, your home bass would be A. So if we want to transpose that, what we're going to do is figure out how far away it is from C, because we are going to play in C and we want our piano to kind of be the computer to change it into a different key. So we want to play it in C, the singer wants it in A, so we need to go backwards, 1, 2, 3. So on a lot of keyboards, it's going to give you a plus or a minus system. So if you wanted to play it in A, you would go minus 1, 2, 3. So if you have, your little spinny wheel or you have your up and down, you can hit -3 and then you play in C. It's going to sound like you're playing in A. Okay? If you wanted to play in F, okay? So the singer says, I want to play this in F. You could go down, okay, but it's actually shorter if we go up. So we would go from C, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that takes you up to F. So on your keyboard, however it works, you would put up 5, you would play in C, and it will sound like you're playing in F. Okay, so that's if you already know what key you're trying to get to. If you're playing it and you just can't sing it and you don't know, like, I don't know what key I need to go to, I'm the one singing it and I just don't know. What you can do with your transpose is just try going up by 2 or down by 2 at a time until you find one that's comfortable. Okay, so if I wanted to try this with Amazing Grace, so in C, I'm like, it's okay. Amazing Grace. Okay. So let's say I go up by 2. Now I'm in the key of D, okay, and I play it again. Amazing Grace. Okay, I like that. That's pretty comfortable. Let's go up 2 more. I'm now in the key of E, so I've went 1, 2 to D. I've gone 1 more, 2 up again to E. Amazing Grace. Yeah, it's a little bit high. It's not super comfortable. Okay, so I would pick one down there, but I could keep going. Let's say I haven't found it yet. I go up a couple more. And it's going higher. Amazing Grace. But for you, depending what your voice is, that might be the key. Okay, so if you don't know, just go up or down, try them out until one kind of clicks and feels comfortable, and then just write it on your chord chart. I'm +6 or I'm -4, and then you can do it like that. Okay, so I hope that helps you guys. It's definitely a trick for beginners. You don't want to stay here. We are going to learn how to play in different keys, how to read in different keys and things like that. But it's just a really easy way if you're just getting started. That way it gives you more variety of songs and you can try out some different things. All right, so thank you guys for watching and we'll see you guys next week. Bye!